Hey there, guys. It's Chris here, and welcome to the first episode. Basically, where I'm just going to be going over the last week-ish of card reveals. It's 10 days this time, but it's going to be roughly weekly. The next time I'll yeah. Anyway, um, so yeah, we're just basically going to go over the last 10-ish days of cards. So, firstly, we've got a dungeon card of the day here. Core cost 1 gauge, searches a folktale item or a folktale spell with set, and then when it's destroy a spell or item on your friend's field. Straight up power creep dwarf. It is a size 1, whereas dwarf is a size 0, but that's not an issue really with the new support. Obviously, amazing card, searching a new set spell and your book. So, yeah, great card. Then we've got a Star Dragon Ball card of the day. Pay 1 gauge and either search a release condition, which means that, as we saw before, there was a Dragon Force for, can't remember the name, Zodiac, that's the name. So you could search that. Or you could put 2 Dragon on all monsters with Dragon Knife in its card name if you drop something into your hand. So this is a great card. Really, really solid searcher. Then we got our first 100 Demon card of the day, and what a way to start. When it's entered the drop zone from your deck, you can call it from your drop zone, so Hyakugan support in that sense. But completely ignoring that, when this card enters the field, if there's a size 3 monster with Yamigeddon and its card name on your field, put up to 100 demons from your drop zone into your hand. So that's okay. Named once per turn, as it should be, because this ability is ridiculous. Straight up salvage any card, like is nuts. Synergizes with Gate of Darkness Dragon, so you can do that. So you can do it at the start main phase, or I think it's start main phase, to sort of get things going. I'll have to double check, but whatever. It does synergize the Gate of Darkness Dragon. Synergizes with the Searcher. You can counter call this in your opponent's turn to salvage anything. Yeah, just phenomenal card. Deserves double rest spot. Absolutely. And we got another dungeon card of the day, Corgi Cobalt. So our first bit of dungeon enemy support. Call cost pay 1 life. When this card is called from your hand, call up to one size 1 adventure with 4,000 power from your deck by paying its full cost and shuffle your deck. So that's actually a surprising number of cards. I'm not going to go through all of them here, but needless to say, the card pool is fat and it's pretty good ability. And at the end of this battle of an adventurer or an dungeon enemy with this card that's soul, destroy 1 card on your opponent's field. That's a nice little bonus. So good card. We've got a Prism card of the day here. If you call a Prism Dragon from your hand, the gauge cost is written it by reduced by 2. That's very solid, very nice. Can't complain about it. And when it enters the field, you can drop a hand card to search a Prism Dragon with a Thor in its card name or a defense item from your deck to your hand. Again, super solid. This is a great consistency card. I mean, got to be a 4 of in my opinion, right? I haven't played Prisms in a little while, but I don't think it's changed that much, right? Then we got our next 100 Demon card of the day, and oh my god, the absolute bangers just keep coming. You can only cast this card if the size 2 monster with Yamigeddon and its card name on your field, and 20 or more cards are in your drop zone. Counter, return all cards from your hand, drop zone, and gauge into your deck, shuffle your deck, draw 6, gauge 2, your life becomes 10. Basically just resets you. Okay, so wow, what a defensive tool. Lets you dodge basically every impact in the game besides the 10 damage impact and the 6 damage impact. And then I imagine we'll get outs for those in some sort of capacity as well. The Lost World interaction, if you do this in Lost World, you will just draw 6 gauge 2 and your life will become 10. You won't have to put anything back outside of any lost cards that you have, which is obviously fantastic. And it's counter speed, so it's not just a thing you can only do on your turn to sort of recover. Yeah, phenomenal card. And like as a worst, like at its absolute worst, it's just a hand reset to try and for you to let you do more stuff. It's kind of ridiculous because you can use the searcher to counter call this on your opponent's turn. This ability will trigger. You can get this from your drop zone, and then you can just drop this. So like it's kind of yeah, yeah. I mean, but the thing is now you got to consider that every counter speed spell is basically live if it's in your drop zone. So it's a lot for your opponent to have to play around. Yeah, obviously amazing card, and like not just Hyakugan support. Like obviously it's very easy in Hyakugan to get off, but even in Thundermine, 20 cards in drop zone is not that hard to do. So provided you're not literally getting OTK'd, which is possible, this will be going off and it will be crazy. Our next dungeon card of the day, You can run any number of it, and at the end of each card's battle, you may put a card from your hand into a Happiness Wonderland on your field. If you do, draw a card and deal 1 damage to your opponent. So, and don't forget, you'll be getting tons of bonuses for that Happiness Wonderland. For example, when you initially put it in, you'll draw 2. So the first time this happens, you'll just draw 3 and burn 1, which is crazy. But obviously, there are lots of ways to get stuff into the soul, so it's only going to be happening that first time. And you can drop this card from Solid Focus on your field to reduce the next damage to 0. So this is actually really, really useful because obviously the biggest damage impacts running around can be reduced. So yeah, great card, great card. Dragon Arm's Gaia Fang. Act, put it into the soul of a monster on your field. If it's cast in the soul of a Neo Dragon on your field, for each soul, all cards on your field get plus 2k power, so now it can finally get over walls. And if it's cast in the soul of a Neo Dragon on your field, abilities of that card and all cards in its soul cannot be nullified across an eyes. So yeah, again, it's a very solid card that fixes some issues the deck had. So yeah, solid. And then today we got a match video and we got a card of the day. So we'll start with the card of the day. Set abilities of all 100 demons on your field cannot be nullified, and the soul cannot be dropped by opponent's card effects. And when your opponent is dealt damage by a card effect, gauge, gain 1 life, and draw a card. So great consistency card. Really, sadly, like the best advantage gaining card 100 demons have, and it really shouldn't be, but it probably won't be by the time we're done. And in fact, it won't even be the best by the time the video's over. So then we got some Mazeria stuff. So set, and when you set it, you can put an Apocalypse in this card name from your deck to your hand. So that's a reasonable amount of stuff. And choose a mission card of Judgment, Great Spell Apocalypse on your field, and drop all its soul. If you do, gain 3 life. And for those of you who need a reminder on what Apocalypse does, it cannot be destroyed by affecting your cards. When it wants to be destroyed, put a card from its cards on the job zone, and when the number of cards in its soul becomes 0, draw a card. So this will basically let you. So like obviously the idea here is you set this, you search this, you set that, and then you use the act, you gain 3 life and you draw a card. So this basically is an extended gain 3 life, draw a card, which also deck friends 1. So yeah, really good. Great Spell of Judgment, Apocalypse Ray. So I believe this will. Yep, so this is searchable with that. Counter, puts card in the soul of a monster in your field. If there's cards in the soul of a Judgment of the Cold Blooded King of 0 in your field, it gets Soul Guard +10/+10. And if it's card in the soul of a demon on your field, all demon lords with set on your field cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, cannot be returned to hand by opponent's card effects. So yep, useful protection card there. Glory Burst, cast costs 1 life. Choose and use one of the following 2. Put a mission from your deck to your hand, or counter calling Knight from your drop zone against full cost. Again, really solid card, if you're a very solid consistency card. And now we've got the big hitters. So we've got the new Emma, and wow. Wow. Folktale is looking crazy. If this card in the field or in the soul of a folktale item disposed in your field cannot be destroyed, returned to hand, this also cannot be dropped by opponent's card effects. So bang, all that protection you ever wanted, it's here. When this card attacks, you may put a card from your drop zone into the soul of a folktale spell or item on your field. So again, just giving you that versatility for book, giving you recycling your clients, just giving you a ton of stuff. It triggers, yeah, obviously a strong ability, and when it's destroyed, drop one of your opponent's gauge with double attack. I mean, obviously this is a 4 of. This has to be a 4 of. The deck is basically just M's at this point. I feel like, well, it's not at all. But wow, phenomenal card. Folktale is looking to be scary. And finally, the what will inevitably be the most expensive card in the set, and what is now going to rocket Folktale up to probably the most expensive deck in the game, assuming you still run Lost World. You can only cast during a turn, cast cost, drop a soul from a card in your field, counter, which is pretty nice. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 from among them into your hand, and put the rest of them into your gauge. So gauge 2, draw 1, but you choose obviously, and it's counter speed. And it's 100 demons, dual world Star Dragon dungeon. So you can use it in all these decks. God damn, what a spell. Obviously, this is the kind of consistency stuff the 100 demons needed. The fact that you have to drop a soul from your field, though, to me, heavily implies they can be getting some more busted draw support. But yeah, I'm a 100 demons fanboy. Crazy good card for all decks involved. So yeah, that's basically the update. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.